Hello and welcome to the Broken Dreamcast After Dark. With me, the Broken Dream, and streaming After Dark, aka Nero.
Ah, yes, it's been 87 years.
Yes, it's been some times. So, how have you been?
Oh my god. Well, first off, uh, you can tell Netanyahu I'm gonna kill myself. There's no smiling friends anymore. I fucking hate
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I learned. They you know what? I respect the decision, seriously.
No, fuck their decision. Make it until it becomes boring like Rick and Morty.
Nah. Like, I was watching some rerun, not some rerun, some fan made stuff. Resident Evil 9
Go.
Game of the
Don't get
Year.
started. We're
You,
gonna
you,
talk about it.
you have to. Can we start talking about something else before going into the big rant of Resident Evil?
Let me just finish about the other stuff and then I'll talk about Resident Evil.
Perfect. Let's do other stuff first. You know, like other stuff. Let me just close some tabs.
I wanted to take a shit too on Devil May Cry Season 2 Electric Boogaloo.
There's a season 2 of Devil May Cry? Seriously?
Not only is
Wait. You know what? I think there's something. Yeah. No. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Because I was thinking that I cut. Wait. Yeah. No. It's everything should be okay. Everything should be okay. Now it's just because okay. You know what? Just because you say Game of the Year, I will show you my screen, and you will see what I mean.
Oh god, no.
Let's see.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So they did an Invincible where the show sucked and people complained, so they started correcting their mistakes. So there's a new trailer. Well, I will put it on later of Devil May Cry Season 2, and it's
Fuck Adi Shankar.
A bunny and Ebony and Ivory, and
Oh, I saw that.
also,
The
yeah,
fact that he's reloading and it was like the things from like a YouTube bullshit.
but what I hate about that, well, okay, they have the woman who actually made the guns, and she looks like she did in the light novel. Okay, she's the adoptive grandmother of Nico that does the arm for Nero in DMC5. I'm fine with that, but it's just fan baiting. The fact that they admire him a lot, the two girls, even a lady looks at him and she's like, "Ooh, they're impressed." It's like, nah, you're just trying to roll it back, but you should have done that. Like,
No. They're just baiting you so that you watch the next season, and then they will humiliate him even more because you know that they can never do something right. What is
yeah,
it?
that's just a bait. They're just
Still
baiting.
haven't seen a single episode. That's a good thing that you didn't playing
Oh, it's
it
dog
right
shit.
now.
They're just
Runs good on
baiting you
Steam
into
Deck.
watching again.
From what I heard, the game was really well optimized.
Yes. Wait, just give me a second.
I'm looking for something on my screen. I'm sorry. Like I was like, I would prefer.
Yeah, the game.
This
The
is like
game
a last minute stream. It's just that uh, they let me go early from the job.
Yeah, the job has been basically whipping him.
Oh yeah. I didn't have
Unbelievably.
any time for myself. So just gonna show something real quick on the screen. Oh my god, damn it!
So yeah, the game is well, I don't want to get into the game, but it is extremely well optimized. Even on my potato, I can run it at like I can run it at like 90 FPS.
And he loved running his shit as like more than 60 FPS because he's that type of guy.
But the problem is that I have frame generation on, so when I put frame generation, I can't cap it at like 60 FPS for some reason.
I don't know. I don't really like frame gen. That's my thing.
It's not the greatest thing, but look, it's either
Let's
that or
see.
playing it at like 35 FPS.
Yeah. Anyways, you see the new video by Griffin Gaming. Resident Evil is not a masterpiece.
Oh,
Review.
thank God. Oh, thank God. He's the only nigga that makes fucking sense. There's only 4 people that actually gave like a decent opinion of Resident Evil 9. Synthetic Men, Latina Parfait, um,
You watch it, woman.
what's his name? Uh, um,
How does this?
Boulder
Grifter
Punch.
Gaming. He called him Grifter Gaming.
Boulder Punch, and I guess Griffin Gaming. Can I talk about the game now? Can I shit on it?
I wanted to talk about 2 things just before. Nothing
Okay, but
really.
let me just say a short thing. Normies will probably like this game very much, but the game is kind of all over the place
Mm-hmm.
and as an identity crisis. And instead of locking in on the one really good aspect, they try to do too much
I like
at the
this.
same time.
Only
The what?
base Ninja on JuiceTuber.
On YouTube.
JuiceTuber. Just be
Ah,
careful
man.
because you know what happened to Nick because he talked about something else than Somalians.
Oh, Nick Ricada?
No, the other Nick.
What Nick?
The video that I sent you like this morning.
Okay, I didn't see it. Are you sure you sent it?
A video about people with tiny hats taking government assistance.
Wait, where did you send it?
No. We talked about it like.
Yeah, no, we talked about it. I remember, but you didn't send it to me.
Yeah. It's just saying that. I just wanted to, I don't want to say everything. Just wait a second. I'm over. Oh damn! I'm exploding.
Wait,
Test,
what's his name?
test.
Oh,
test.
Nick Shirley. Yeah.
Yeah. Test. Okay. Now I'm good. I'm sorry. I had like too much voice on my part. Not that it's a bad thing. It's just that I'm detoning. Juice. Yeah. The juice is not worth the squeeze. I'm saying nothing. If you understand, you understand. Anyways, okay. I'm sorry, I had to readjust my mic just because I'm speaking a little bit louder than I used to. Anyways,
You're black. You're always loud.
yeah, but it's just that I want the sound to be like comfortable, not too high, because I told you I had new headphone, right? Other headphone that the one that you sent that you gave me that are really good, but I can use it
Yeah,
this
I
week.
get it. I'm
And
using my headphones though.
yeah. I will use. I usually use them to play like Rival and stuff.
Yeah.
Like when. Anyways, I don't like to talk about my real life. Anyways, let's say that.
About your small
Uh,
penis.
yeah. Uh, anyways, at least I'm using it in it.
I'm using it too.
Anyways. So, did you hear about Mappa who will sign a deal with Netflix?
No. Oh, that sounds terrible.
Okay. So, do I have it? Net. Okay, I have it here. Okay, I will show it on screen. I don't know. Do I? No, I'm not sharing my screen with you, right? No, I'm not. Okay, I'm just gonna close some shit. Not because it's bad, just because I was ready to stream, but I wasn't ready to like. It been some time, right? So I'm not as good as I used to be. So yeah. Yeah. For you, I give you the entire screen because it's gonna be easier than me. This should be good or okay for you if I'm not. Are you able to see this?
Yes.
Are you able to read?
Wait, let me check. Yeah. Netflix and Mappa announced. Oh,
Okay, so you are
Netflix and Mappa announced
no
strategic partnership.
the one in the this one.
Oh, the summary. Netflix and Mappa partnered to establish an integrated world-class anime. Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm just asking if you're able to read. You don't need to read
Yeah,
it
yeah.
right away, right? It's just we need to be sure that I'm showing it on the right screen. Don't know if you remember, but like you used to not be able to read some screens.
Yeah. I know.
Um. Okay, so let me share this with the people in the back. Here we go.
Say it louder for the nibbers in the back.
Yep. Okay, here we go. So, uh, so Netflix and Mappa announced a strategic partnership to redefine the animation studio model. And I will say this: this comes from a good place, but some people forget some shit. Like, I don't know if you know the saying.
Saying which one?
My favorite saying.
I don't know. I'll never forget, nigga. I'll shoot you again.
That too, but the other one. The one who
I don't know.
says that the road to hell is paved with good intention.
With good intentions.
Yeah. So the thing is like, okay, I'm just gonna explain it real fast because I can. For people who don't know, the way that Japanese anime work, because people are fan, most people are just fan of anime and those are normies, but I'm fan of the industry completely. So I read more manga than I watch anime. Even if I have a new shit that I used to watch anime. Hey, did I show you the new shit that I used to watch anime? I'm gonna show it to you after the stream because it's not
Good.
illegal. It's just that I have to show some other stuff.
It's slightly illegal.
It's not illegal. We're in a stream, so it's not illegal. You understand what I mean? Anyways,
Yeah.
so yeah. So the things like how the anime industry works is that technically the anime is a big fat ad for the manga, the music, and everything else, right? So you have a committee that's created, and they all put their money together to pay a studio penny on the dollars for the ad. And sometimes the ad works, sometimes the ad fail. But when the ad work, they make more money. When the ad fail, they lose money, but the studio still get paid penny on the dollar, right? And that's what comes with the work culture in anime, right? And in my opinion, that need to change just because. Why should it change? Seriously? Oh wow, I never thought about it further than this. Because this thing's like working to death shouldn't be part of your life, but that's my way of seeing shit, right? And
But it's the Japanese way, gaijin.
yeah, I know. I know.
Go
for
back
that.
to your country if you ain't happy.
Yeah. So that's the way that I see shit, right? Nothing offensive, nothing really that great. It's just that I prefer the fact that they don't kill themselves by working, so that we can get more talent and do stuff. But at the same time, I don't want them to become like the West. So that's my thing.
I'd rather have them all die than become like the West.
Yeah. So the thing is that I think that they should find a way to make it work, and some studio find a way to make it work for real, right? Like yeah. Trigger make it work. Like after getting robbed by one of the accountant and recreating the studio, they find a way to make it work.
Make it work, nigga. Make it work.
And the other one was Tokyo Annie, something Annie. I forget the name.
Aniplex?
Not Aniplex, something Annie. Q Annie, the one that was burned by a disgruntled employee. They also made it work because they didn't need to take some contract. And that's the thing. So you see that there's some part of some studio that make it work. And my problem is that Mappa is the most Western centric of them studio. That's the best way I can explain it. Like from what I heard, they work a lot with Netflix, and Netflix is a giant douche. I won't lie, Netflix is a giant douche, right? So that's the thing. So my way of seeing it is that it's come from a good place, but they are making a deal with the devil. I don't know if there's something that you have to add.
I said it. Well, I already said it. Better have them all perish than become woke.
Yeah.
Die in a horrible sausage accident.
Yeah. Because there's
Die at the cocksucking factory.
Look, because I was thinking about this and I'm like, at first I just wanted to be like mean because that's my reflex, and I'm like, if they crash and burn, it will be good. But the thing is like, you have to see it how Netflix does shit, right? Like, they always give you a good first season, so they will give them full liberty for the first season. They will let them do what they want to do for the first season. Then they will start whispering in the ear like snake tongue. You should put more diversity in your shit.
Put women, but not tomboys or cute girls. Just make them androgynous. Gaijin-san likes it. Oh, Gaijin-san tore.
No, they will be like, you should. But the you should is like, I think we can remove some money from you if you don't. And then we will have like the third season where all the main cast will die and will be replaced by androgynous gaijin and by black people.
Androgynous brown woman.
And black people. Anyways, I'll just say that this is the deal with the devil in this state. And if you want to know, I made a video.
And the devil wears a tiny hat.
Yes. Like Netflix created one. So, if you want, I have... Ooh. Miss Smart. Anyways.
So now we can yap about Resident Evil for 3 hours?
Yeah, you can. I just wanted to show that. Oh, wow. What the fuck? Oh, okay. It's not up on Rumble. It's up on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You can put gameplay in the background, I guess. I shall first start talking about the most superficial aspects and then go deeper and deeper into gameplay. I'll keep the best for last, gameplay. So, the first thing about...
let me just have 2 seconds to see something.
Yes.
What's this? Lol, this will be a good video to see. Also, did you see all the failure like Marathon, Concord?
Oh man,
Concord
I was
2.
very aware that it was released. I'm like, oh, it released or is that a demo? I don't know.
It's a free demo and it crashed and burned. From what I heard.
Like the lesbian medieval game in Italy.
Oh wow. You know it's so stupid that I didn't even wonder. View channel. I'm sorry. Yeah, I made a video about it. Like, did Mappa just make a deal with the devil? Anyways, you can watch it on my YouTube channel. The extended version is on Rumble.
Wait. Go back.
Go back to what?
Your channel.
What?
Just one. I thought I saw something familiar.
What? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't remove it yet. It's just that.
Ah, yes. Yes. Anyways. So, okay, I'll start with the most superficial aspects.
No one's playing marathon. Yes. You know that they blog. What was the other game that people are playing? The other extraction shooter. They block the name of other extraction shooters just so that people cannot say, "Oh, come, you know what? Fuck this game. I'm going to play the other one." So they censored the name
Ah,
of the other extraction shooter. I just found it pretty funny.
petty as fuck.
Yeah. No, no. How insecure are you so that you do that bullshit? Let's see. Yeah. So that you do that bullshit. It's like you show how bad you know you are. So yeah. So marathon crash and like there are 3 Concords coming in. Arc Gator. Arc Raider. Yeah. That's the
Oh
name of the
yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
And from what I heard, there are like 5 Concords coming out, and 4 out of 5 are Sony exclusive. So yeah, Sony is killing themselves softly.
Perfect.
Like you had Concord, you have Marathon, you have the one that just High Guardian or I forget the name. Oh my god, there's so much bad game. You have the new a reason wild chase bullshit with the fat handicapped woman or some shit. Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Gaming is healing one step at a time, with more game crashing. What? You didn't know the new Horizon game?
Oh yeah, yeah. That. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, my pleasure. Forget about High Guard 2. It's forgettable. It's a free game and nobody is playing it. Oh my god. Uh, all those days are funny. And one thing that I find funny is that they're like, oh, the Chud didn't play your game. How bad of you, Chuds? We did like you. We didn't make it for you, but you should play so that we can sell it. I'm like, bitch, go back in the kitchen. Why would I play a game that I don't like, that's not made for me? Like, duh. I'm more effective at doing nothing than just seeing your shit and even testing it. And people are still testing it, right? It's like Resident Evil. Newer did play it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just waiting to. I'm
And
just waiting to have
he
a
wants you to
violent. Yeah.
know about his experience. Go, Nero. Explain your
Okay.
experience.
Okay, so if we start with the graphics, the game is well optimized. It runs well even on my 1650. And the art and everything. There's not much to say. Everything works. The reflections, uh, the models, the hair, just the vibe. It was really cool, for example, to go into a city and have a lot of people running around and cars crashing under the rain. The mood is pretty good.
Oh,
The
wow.
only thing that's really shit about the graphics
Wait.
is the fucking rain. The rain is dog shit, like Resident Evil 4 Remake. The rain is atrociously bad. Like, it's bad.
Forgot about High Guard too. Oh my god, Macy Moore has given one gifted subscription. I didn't.
Ooh.
I have subscription.
Oh, got my room bowl paycheck today.
Thanks for the gifted subscription. I don't even know who had it. Who the fuck did receive it? Lol, you give it to me. What do you want me to do with a gifted subscription? Thanks. I don't even know how it works.
Me neither.
Yeah,
Gifted it to who? To
To me.
whom?
It's like Missy Moore gifted one subscription to Gig X. So that's a emote. I don't know. Lol.
Just give us your money, Goy.
But a gifted subscription that does that, I think.
To himself. Oh my god. I guess that counts. So okay. So then we have the music.
Well,
There is no music. Like there's legitimately no fucking music.
is it a good thing or a bad thing?
It's the bad thing because Resident Evil is this franchise that is well known for its really cool soundtracks from 1 to 3 to 4. Just talking about the games, just music starts popping up in my mind. And then you play 2, and 2 barely has music, but at least it has good 3D sound design. And in this case, we still have the good 3D sound design, but it's like, yo, bro, there's not even like a save room music. There's not really any save rooms actually, but that's the one thing about every Resident Evil. There's like a save room music, and we don't really have that. At least the classic style ones, you know, 1, 2, 3, even 4 fucking has it. 0 has it. Fucking 7 has a pretty good save room music. I can remember a little bit of the music in 7, if only the save room. Here, it's just ambient sound, which is not bad, but bro, you could have ambient sound in the goddamn soundtrack. Like, do you have no one to, like, compose music for you, nigga? Like, oh, it's like, bad. It's like, I get it. Sound, like, ambient sound design, 3D sound design, but give me a fucking tune or two to put on my fucking cell phone. Okay, so that's the graphics and the music. Okay, then I'll go into the story and the cutscenes. I'm only halfway through the game.
No
But
spoilers
what
for
I
those
hate...
for people who
there's not going to
playing.
be really spoilers. I'll tell you when there's spoilers. So, my big problem with the game is that, like, you know, you have Grace, and she has interesting character traits, but they don't really go too deep with her traits, and she's just annoyingly neurotic. Like,
Annoyingly
imagine me
or cute?
bordering on I'ma slap this bitch. Like, I get it that you're
Wait.
I get it that you're nervous and shit, but bro, like even your mom is like, Grace, get a fucking hold of yourself, bitch. And it's like it would be cool.
Better scramble like an egg before you get
Wait,
folded
wait,
like an
I
omelet,
have
nigga.
to-
Ooh, that brother's floating
It'd
in
be
the
cool.
air.
Yeah, no
How
save
could his
soundtrack
hands
is
do
diabolical.
this? Oh, someone get
And
him
for
out the
banger
air.
tracks. Yeah, basically.
I had to put that meme. It's just funny.
Like, it's diabolical, bro.
Oh no! Seriously, no soundtrack is like.
Oh, and guess what? They did the same thing with Remake 2. The soundtrack of Resident Evil 2 is available if you buy the deluxe edition. Man, nigga, fuck you. Like, it even made sense.
You have to pay for it.
You have to pay for the soundtrack of fucking Resident Evil 2. It made sense in the remake, and that was already bad. But now, because you have 5 minutes of Raccoon City back into the game. You fucking let's have the soundtrack again. It's like no, go fuck yourself. Now, yeah, my problem is that Grace is not a bad character, but you can tell that Capcom kind of pussied out with her, and they weren't sure what to do.
I had to put this article in the forefront so that you just see how bitch they are. They put time to make Leon Kennedy good looking, but they didn't put time to give you a safe sound.
Yeah. We're gonna make him appealing for the women, but we're not gonna make Grace as appealing as she should be, and we're not gonna have a fucking soundtrack. And yeah, the deluxe edition, for a split second, I'm like, do I buy it? I look at it and it looks like ass. There's enough content in the game that it's like I don't care anyways, and mods.
I was like, rare are the time that I buy the deluxe edition.
Yeah, rare as fuck. What else? So yeah, I'm not gonna dive into story spoilers, but I wish that Grace had more moments where maybe this is early story. We know her mother dies, okay, and she has to investigate on this in the same place that she died in. Okay. I kind of wish maybe because that in real life you wouldn't do that because that's a conflict of interest. And what I would have liked would have been if, okay, we put you on this case, but it appears to be related to your mother. We're gonna remove you from the case, and then maybe she looks at, like, she receives a text, but she doesn't look. She looks at the text very briefly, but you could, I don't know, introduce that she reads really fast or something. She's really this nerdy archetype, and I wish that we had more of her, like, her nerdy side come through for the gameplay. For example, when you play Jill in one, well, Jill knows how to play the piano, so she just does the puzzle by herself. Chris doesn't, so he has to get Rebecca, and Rebecca is not good at piano, so he has to wait a little bit for her to
But we'll fix
for her
it.
to yeah to practice. So it's like, okay, no, that's good. That's good. Okay, that's fine. But here I wish that her
Wait a
nerdiness.
second, I didn't read that comment. But it's sexist when men do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Mud will fix
I
it.
wish that
Yes.
her nerdiness had, like, more positives to it, and that it wasn't just it's just her being Woody Allen for like 5 hours. She's just really neurotic and nervous,
I won't lie.
and it just kind of get
I forget who Woody Allen was. Like,
the filmmaker of a certain tribe.
I
Yeah.
see.
She's really neurotic, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, no, I can't do this." It's like, oh, fuck. There's a point where she's always on the verge of crying all the time, and she's like super awkward. And it's interesting, but it's the way they handle it. Like when a police officer tells her she can't be on the crime scene, and she's like, "Why?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, that's right. I'm an FBI agent," but she fumbles it. It's like, oh yeah, right. And then she has to pull out her badge, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. I can see those are things that actually happen to someone who is, like, really nervous in real life.
Neurotic.
But I wish that it wasn't just her, like, it's just the negative aspect of being a neurotic person, but also the positive aspects too.
Yeah, but it has been made by Chungus, Ooga Boonga Chungus people. So
Yeah. And yeah, that's about it
Chungus part of the
for the
Chungus.
story without getting into spoilers. And oh, by the way, I should have put keywords to block stuff. Fuck these niggas who go, yo, final boss fight. I put the boss in the thumbnail. A final perfect reveal super form, and they show you, like, everything you need to know about the ending of the game.
People still do that?
Yes, I got spoiled a portion of the end of the game, and not only do I got spoiled, but I was like, oh really? That's what they do at the end? That's retarded. The story is fucking retarded, bro.
Oh wow.
Like I had a fake spoiler, sent a fake spoiler to someone I know, and I'm like, my fake spoiler is actually fucking real. Oh, you for real, bro? I said that as a joke. The fact that you actually fucking do that. Oh my god. Like, nah, this is nonsense. I'm not gonna say what it is.
No.
Now into the gameplay. Okay. So my problem with Resident Evil 9 is that it is not a bad game. It is even an entertaining game. But as you can see with the remake of 2, 3, and especially 4, the people who make these games know how to mechanically make a good game, but in practice, they don't know how to do it in practice. For what I mean by that is, you have some people who are good at striking. They punch well, they kick well, but they don't have good footwork, distance management. It's like, okay, you're good on the pads, and then you can actually punch, block, and punch back. But, if someone moves or, is, bobbing, weaving, footwork, checking your kicks, okay, yeah, you don't know how to box, you just know how to strike. That's kind of the same thing where all these elements are really good, but you're not actually good at weaving those elements in to
Together.
make a cohesive whole. If someone stands and bang with you, you look good. But if someone actually knows how to fight standing up, you're just,
Use the
it's like
bitch.
Jose Aldo versus Max Holloway, where you could tell Jose Aldo had really good boxing combinations, but Max Holloway actually steps forward and then steps back out of the way of the strikes. You could tell he has good distance management, and Aldo is just he dialed in combinations, but he can't actually put them into practice against Holloway. So first off, the level design is not that bad, and I'll say this: the main location, you stay in that main location for quite a long time, and that's a good thing, because my problem with 8 was that you have a place that's like the manor from the first one, and you stay in it for like 5 minutes and then it's over, and you're like, but that was the best part. Here, they take the. Oh, you know what I hate this about this? It's really inconsistent, the titles. Normally, you put the name of the place, or you'd put the name of the character, like chapter 2 Grace or whatever, but here they put the name of the character and the place at the bottom, and then they'll do it again, but then they won't have the name of the place, they'll just have the name of the character and the time, and it's just weird, it's just inconsistent. So my big problem is that yeah, so wait, I was talking about not the enemies yet. So yeah, they can't pull things up together. So you're in this main place and you stay in it for a long time, and the level design is actually not awful. But where I start getting tired is I really feel like this game has been made with, but not with fun in mind. It's been made in such a way where it was the same thing in 4. We need to make sure that we have over control the balance of the game, and we don't let the players express themselves or have fun. What I mean by that is that um you have this issue where it's all the elements of past games are here, but over managed, in the sense that, okay, you have that those are not spoilers. You have the Crimson Head mechanic. Enemies are really fast. They grab you really easily. What else? You need to backtrack. You need to destroy the enemies before they get back up again.
I won't.
You have limited
I won't
ammo.
lie. The
Yeah.
gameplay looks kind of boring to watch.
Oh, the first 45, I was shook, man. The first 45 minutes, nothing fucking happens. When we were talking earlier, I was at the 2 hour mark, and I'm like, I have done fucking nothing. I
Like,
didn't shoot a single monster. I didn't solve a single puzzle. I didn't really explore because everything was linear. I'm gonna get back to this later. This entire fucking part could be removed and you'd lose fucking nothing.
can I be frank? I think that people forget, and I won't put the fault on Kojima, because Kojima was creating like video game with gameplay, but he was good at what he was doing, and I cannot fault him, right? Because he was doing it the right way and pretty well. But god damn that people are forget that the medium is called interactive medium, because they just want to show you shit. and it's getting on my nerve. Like, I prefer the time where they didn't have the power to render shit, because now they're like, look at what we did, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. I should be looking by myself if I want to.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Now that you have the power to render fucking everything, you don't have limitations. You don't go, oh man, it's a video game and I need to put the important parts. So the part where you shoot the zombies, the AI of the monsters, oh man, we have to put like, we have to, compress the sound and the cutscenes. Now we have so much computing power that you can put a lot of insignificant fucking detail that doesn't matter. And that's why you have 45 minutes of fucking nothing. So my problem is that uh you mini spoiler, you only have a handgun with Grace.
At the start.
For the next 5 hours, you only have a handgun. The 2 guns you get in the beginning are the guns you get for the rest of the game. Leon gives you, that's not a spoiler, gives you the Requiem. It's a really powerful magnum. And you get a pistol. And fuck you, 5.5 hours of that. You play with Leon and he has a better arsenal. But when you play with Grace, you only get a fucking pistol, my dude. And the Requiem has like 1.5 bullets. So of course you don't shoot it. You have to wait for like really specific moments. So you play, right? And then you have these awful scenarios where the ammo count, the resource management, because there's also crafting, and the enemy design, along with the level design, just shoot you in the goddamn face. So what happens is that, let's say I go in a room, okay, and then there's a zombie. I run past the zombie. There's not really any way I can sneak by. In past Resident Evil games, you would just kill him or run by it. And enemies used to have a tether where they would run, they would move a certain point, and then they would go back to their original tether point. In this one, every enemy is kind of like a nemesis. The regular zombies can follow you through several rooms and up flights of fucking stairs. And they follow you for a really long time. So what happens is that I go past an enemy. And then I'm like, okay, he's far behind. By the time he catch, at some point they do get tired and then go back. And then I see a doctor and his fucking nurse and patients running down a corridor at full speed. And there's like 3 of them. I turn around and the other guy was still following me. Now there's 4 of them. And I managed to escape fucking somehow. I go down the corridor, I turn left, I go up a flight of stairs. I go into a room that has a save, a typewriter, so it's a save room. And then I hear the door fucking banging, and they get into the fucking save room. But
What?
not all of them, just 2. And I managed to run by them. And then even in the high stress scenario, I think, oh yeah, there was this bracelet to open the doors that I saw. You go up the stairs and then there's a room and then there's a path to the left. I go to the path to the left, and then that's one of the spoilers. You get stalker enemies, and then one of the stalker enemies spawns, and I take the bracelet, and so now I have the stalker enemy right behind me, and I have 2 zombies waiting for me at the end of the hallway. One of them grabs me, and then I managed to, he didn't really grab me. I was running, so I slipped out of his hands. But then I'm stuck in the geometry, and the game is a modern game, so you have almost no control, and it's kind of, heavy and not responsive. More responsive than 4, but still not responsive for remake. And I managed to escape. And you get these scenarios where you get 3 or 4 zombies, and you're just like, oh, I am just fucked. There's nothing I can do. And you shoot one, but when you shoot one, well, guess what? He's gonna come back in 15 minutes. He's gonna resurrect as a Crimson Head, and I'm like, fuck? And you kill 3 zombies. Well, fuck you. Now you get 3 crimson heads. So you have a lot of enemies that are really fast, really strong, and then when they die, they come back and get faster and stronger. When they add the crimson head mechanic in the original, it made sense because the zombies were few and far between. It was, you had maybe 2 at a time, 3 or 4, that was a lot, and that was rare, and that was mostly like, special events in the game. And you get, 1 or 2, and then they're really slow and lumbering, and you can decapitate them with the shotgun most of the time. But the Crimson Head compensate for them being, so slow, so lumbering, and so few in numbers. But now you have enemies that are aggressive like in 4, but they have the Crimson Head mechanic from 1. You down a guy and he comes back as a Super Saiyan. Like, what the fuck is this? It fucking sucks. And like in 4 Remake, everything that you would have in your advantage is like, no, you can't have the player take advantage of anything. So, when you don't have a lot of ammo.
That part is getting annoying. Seriously.
Oh, yeah, that was boring. Bro,
I
that's
was like, not only the game, I'm talking about the part where they don't want the player to, like, you will play the game like we want you to play. That's it. And I'm like, seriously? So I pay for a game that you program, and you think about everything, like, if it would, like, that's part of, like, it's like one thing that I hate what they're doing now, and that's the reason why I stopped playing, why I stopped paying for games that are online and that you pay to play, right?
Yeah.
Is you are playing a game, right? It's online.
Yeah.
And you discover a glitch. You use the glitch because, it's part of the game, so you can use it in the gameplay because they created it. And now they ban you or they remove the money that you made with the glitch because you're supposed to give him real money off your real wallet because that's not the way that you're supposed to play the game. Bitch.
That's something like that. I was going to talk about Marvel Rivals and how, it's like, oh my god, I was having fun, but you nerfed the fun out of the game. So normally in Resident Evil, you're pretty weak, and then you figure out how the game works, and by the end, you're strong. But by the time you get really strong, the game ends, right?
Yeah.
But in this, it's like, oh, well, you have those guns, right? But no, actually, you don't have a lot of ammo. They give you ammo, like there was only like 5 enemies in the game. I get the gun, it's empty, and I get 1 bullet afterwards. It's like, are you for real? So the game gives you very little ammo. Even when you down an enemy, while the enemy comes back. And then you have to kill the enemy for real by using an injection. But the injection, there's really not a lot to go by. You need blood, and you need scraps of, from crafting. And it's really, you don't have a lot of leeway for anything. It's not like in the original one where you go, oh, I can just get close, use a shotgun, aim up. Or in something like a Remake 1, where you go, I can use the shotgun, aim up, but it only works 60% of the time. Let me just get close to them, make them miss, and then run past them. And even Remake 1 with the Crimson Heads, 60% of the time is still a lot. Most of the time you decapitate. And if you don't decapitate, you can cut the legs, and the Crimson Head model will not load if the zombie was missing a leg. So it's like, okay, I can cheese the game, but not really cheese the game, but I can take advantage of certain mechanics. Or, you can also, you can burn the bodies, and they give you certain advantages, like Chris has a lighter on him at all times. He doesn't have to use an inventory slot, unlike Jill, who needs to equip the lighter, but at least Jill has rounds that are incendiary with a grenade launcher. So you have options to alleviate the game, and the more you play, the easier technically it gets, because you get more resources and you figure out how the gameplay works. So when I replay the game, I never get a Crimson Head because I just juke the enemies. And the rare enemies that I feel like, oh, I need to kill that guy, I'll just decapitate him with a shotgun blast. In this game, it's like, no, the enemy dies, but no, you need to destroy the body, but we're not going to give you a lot of resources, or we're not going to give you a lot of bullets. The enemies are going to be fast, but also strong and numerous. And there was a part that just felt like a chore. Mini spoilers, when I realized that I had to fight 2 stalker enemies in the mansion, I was like, fuck me, this shit sucks. There's no fucking way that I'm going to have an enemy in the east wing and one in the west wing. And then I discovered that you can actually kill the stalker enemies and they give you good resources. But it's like, fuck, bro. If I had not known, I was like on the verge of quitting. Because you have to do so much shit. It's like, at least now when it's just the zombies are hard. But if there's just the zombies, honestly, they need to remove a couple of them. Like, at least 3 or 4 zombies should be removed. So at least when I run, I don't run past them and then, you know, well, now there's 5 zombies after me because there's the guy and then the other 3 in the room. It really feels like they want to force you to engage with the mechanics, but always. Like, they don't want you to ever have this moment where you go, oh, I'm playing Jill, I have the grenade launcher, I got incendiary rounds, fuck this, I'm just gonna toast all the fucking zombies. They just go, yeah, well, no, we're just gonna give you a magnum and a pistol, we're gonna give you really, very little ammo, and you're going to engage with those mechanics from beginning to end, and you just have to. We can't have you, like, not struggle. We want you to struggle the entire time, and that's dumb because every game you know of, even when there's a mechanic you know interact with, your relationship to that mechanic changes as the game progresses. You get better at it. You get more resources. Here it's like no. There's only one way to play, and we don't want you to have fun. They're so worried about whether or not you're not gonna break the game that they forgot, like, is it fun? It's like Remake 4, when you go into the village. In the original, you can hide in the 2-story house. There's a smaller house where you can hide. You can go down a path and fight an extra Dr. Salvador. You can hide in the tower. But in the remake, they go, okay, some people hid in the tower and just shot people from, like, from the heights. So what we're going to do is that the floor is going to collapse and you can't use the tower. Some people went into the second house. So what we're going to do is that there's going to be a lock. And then when you break the lock, well, fuck you, you're going to get in. And, no, there's no locks. But when you get in, there's a couple. So you have to fight 2 enemies while enemies are behind you and crowding. And when you go down the other path, I don't think they have an extra Salvador anymore. So they really want to force you to, no, you're going to get into the fucking cabin.
And you will not choose the game, and you will not play. Like, that's the thing that I see and that I hate is that.
But that's kind of ironic because originally, you know, everyone gets into the cabin because it's the thing that's closest to you. You go there because, you know, naturally, it's the biggest structure, one of the bigger structure, and that's closest to you, and you're just attracted to it because of just level design and how the human brain works. And, you know, you can take level design, and you can take the side paths, but eventually, but that's the thing, is that most people will go into the cabin, but for those who don't, there's extra stuff you can do. And then if you're curious, you're gonna reload your save, or you're gonna play the game a second time, and then when you do, you're gonna realize that, oh, I could have went into the tower, I could have went into the other cabin, and that, you know, you get replayability, You don't even need a second campaign. Sometimes it's just the choices. But here it's like, no, you're gonna do this. You're gonna play it like this. You're always going to be low on ammo like this. Unlike the other games where, okay, you're gonna be low on ammo because you're dumb, you don't know the game, and you make mistakes. But as you keep playing, you're gonna learn more and more about the game and how it plays. And then eventually, when I replay Resident Evil, I just reach a point where I go, ew, an herb? I don't need that. Shotgun shells? I have enough. I don't need to go after every extra stuff. They put more than necessary. You know, you have some leeway. They want you to engage in the game, with the game in a certain way, but they give you, it's still maneuverable. There's still player expression, and they do account for different play styles, and they give you choice. Here, it's like there's almost no choice. It's no, you're gonna. I'm 5 hours in, and normally 5 hours in, I would have a pistol, a shotgun, a secondary pistol, the Magnum, maybe a bolt gun or a grenade launcher. No, you still have a pistol and a fucking Magnum. And I don't want to spoil myself, but I look briefly at streams that are further ahead of me, and I'm like, yo, you're like, it's 8 hours in, and you just have the pistol and the Magnum? My fucking god. And my biggest problem too is that mini spoiler, you barely fucking play Leon. They wanted to make a game with Grace, pussied out of it, and then went, fuck it, we're adding Leon. And Leon is really cool, but one is gameplay creates whiplash. Two, when you play him, you're like, oh man, I'm having fun. Oh, it's over. And then you go back to Grace. Mm-hmm. And every time you go back to Grace, you go back for longer and longer. You know, here you get 45 minutes of her, and then you get Leon. Afterwards, you get an hour and a half of her, 2 hours, and then you go back to Leon.
Okay.
So, it's a good game, but it really feels like you tried too hard to be, you want to have the third-person shooter Resident Evil 4, but you also wanted to have classic, but I thought it was obvious that Resident Evil 7 showed that going back to the classics was a good idea, and that you can make a horror game again, and you make the horror game in first person, and then you have a side, a side game that's more action. And here, same mistake as 8, but worse, you mix the two, but, the Leon parts are really short, and the Grace parts are good, but you're too stingy. The fact that, I get drops, and I see you gave me 2 bullets, it's like, okay, no, you're trying too hard to make this, like, tough for me. Like, this is just dumb at this point. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with fucking 2 bullets?
One thing that I think new developer forget is that the game gets easier because you get good, but at the same time, like, I have to learn the game, right? At first, I have to learn the game. So, okay, I'm learning the game. The game is difficult. It's okay. The game gets easier because I'm getting good. Great. That makes sense, right? It makes complete sense, right?
Yeah.
But then, you are fucking with me because I'm getting good. Make it, because, like, it's, how can I say that? You know the feeling that you have when you get good at the game, Like, at first you're struggling, then it gets easier and you're like, oh, nice. Then you feel like, oh, it's getting good, I'm getting good. And then you see, like, sometimes game get a little bit more difficult, proportional to you getting good. But not too much so that it doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah, the game gets slightly harder because it's like, okay, you've reached this threshold, now we're upping up the difficulty.
Because we don't want the game to get boring. But, like, sometimes I think they feel like, horror is like it's like I think it's you who tell me we were talking together about this. You know how about the game is getting like oh Resident Evil 4 started with horror and finished in action just because you were getting too strong for the horror to keep working. So becoming an action game at the end makes sense, right?
But that was something that was happening already with the rest of the franchise. Every time you reach the end of a Resident Evil, you kind of become really strong. But usually by that point, there's only like 30 minutes left, and then there's like, um, uh, self-destruct sequence activated, and this is the end, and you're at your peak. But it's like you can't really be too strong because it's like, okay, it's the end now. So now I'm strong, but there's only like 30 minutes left. And then with 4, they went in the natural direction of, okay, but now it's like super action. And then maybe out of the 20 hours it lasts, maybe the first hour or 2 or 3 of Resident Evil 4 is kind of like more horror.
Yeah.
But, you know, you shoot people in the knee and then you do a fucking spinning back kick. So it quickly becomes action horror, where you're really strong, but the enemies are oppressive and really, disgusting looking. They're scary, but it's more action than horror. But here, it's like they don't want you to discover tech. They don't want you to become better. They don't want you to be too at ease. And one thing that I particularly dislike is that Capcom has actively went on record to say that the original Resident Evil games don't count. When they show you a timeline of the games, they don't do like other companies where they show, okay, 1 and then in parentheses 1 version 2002. They just go, okay, there's Resident Evil 2 2019, okay, but how about 1998? It's like, no, it doesn't matter. And then they're trying to erase the original games. But here's the thing: the only good remake, to be fair, is 1. Normies will find this controversial, but honestly, I think that now that I see in retrospective, 2 was not that good. Same thing as 4. 2 is such a like good game.
The remake
that
or the first one?
The remake of 2.
Yeah,
Remake of
first.
1 is the only really good game. Remake of 2, you can see a lot of mistakes. I think the biggest one is the fact that, simple things. Like, yeah, the biggest thing about 2 was its scenario system. The fact that the story is different depending on who you play first. So when you play Leon A, you get Claire B, and then Claire A, Leon B. And the story elements are completely different depending on what series of scenario you play. You do a remake, and you only have one scenario, and then you add it back because people asked you to do it. And when you do it, the story makes less sense than the story in the game in the 90s. That's super fucking weird. And then you have other stuff like Mr. X. He just appeared in the second scenario of scenario B, but in the remake he appears all the time. And even when he dies, he appears in scenario B. And so there's no consistency between scenarios, and on top of that, the stalker enemy just gets annoying eventually. And, when you play 2, it's a good game, but then you realize that they fucked up a lot of nuances and good elements, and that game was as good as it was because the original was good. And then you play 3, that one they completely butchered it. Everyone agrees on that, even the normies. And then you play 4, and it's a little bit like 2, where it's a good game because the original is a good game. You make a lot of weird changes
Like
that
it's
that
like
just
the part where each time they do something that each time they copy exactly, it is good, but when they start using their brain to start creating something that they think it's cool, it's trash.
it works. Yeah,
It's trash because they are the thing that they think that is cool is not as cool as it should be. It's like one thing that I was thinking is like you remember people in the like 2000 late 90s 2000 when they were creating something that was cool. It was cool, right? And now we
Yeah.
have like millennial doing something that they think is gonna be cool or quirky or something, and it's always trash.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. What else? I had a video on that about what I hated about 4, and I realized, that they really fucked up the intro sequence of that game. And it's when you go, oh man, you fucked up the intro sequence, that you realize that how good that game was, but it worked so well that you didn't think about it. In the original, the story, the characters, and the level design in the intro made more sense. The cops were afraid, so they drop you off and stay in the car, and then you go inside the house. You're watched from the inside, and then you go into the house. You can drop off from the second floor, which is what you're going to do when you're in the village, and then you fight enemies, but only 2 or 3. The first one died in 2 shots, and the other guys, they die like regular enemies, but you have a lot of open space and there's 2 or 3. Then you realize that they killed the cops by pushing their car into the ravine. Well, actually, they kidnapped them and they pushed the car into the ravine, so you can't go back, and they destroyed the bridge. And then the car that was blocking the way, which is why you got out of the car, they remove it, and then you go down a path. The path shows you 3 things: that they're going to be traps, and you save a dog from a trap. So now you can learn in a non-stressful scenario that you can open a trap by pressing A. You have dynamite, and you can lure the enemies into the dynamite. Then you fight some more enemies to get acquainted, and finally you realize that they also kill women, because there's the famous woman with a pitchfork in her face, and then Leon, in text, not in dialogue, says, "Oh shit, they don't discriminate here. God damn it, I gotta find Ashley like real fucking quick." So that path shows you a lot of things about the game. You get to practice on enemies. You learn how you can navigate in a house, and it makes sense. In the remake, the cops are super stupid, and they do the thing where they go, "Is somebody there?" And then there's just one of the guys just walks off into the distance like alone, and then he gets killed in the basement, and the other guy gets kidnapped and dies the same way, being thrown to the lago. Well, no, he gets burned alive. Um, and the house is in the middle of the road, and there's no side path or exit. Leon gets to the village by jumping from the second window, and it's like there's no back door to the house. So already the level design is somehow less realistic. And they remove, there's a dead dog in a trap, but you can't save him, so you don't learn what input you can use to get out of a trap. And they remove the dynamite, and instead they place traps that are harder to see. And they put when you get into that house for the first time, instead of fighting one guy, killing him in 2 shots, you have this weird scenario where he dies in a cutscene, and then you fight him again later.
I was
And
like,
he's
I
like,
hide. I really hate when they do that.
yeah. And I'll get back to that, but you kill him, but he's really hard to kill because it's like a beefed up version, and that's stupid because it's like the early game, and even when I replay that part, I'm like, I can't do this part clean, it's just too fucking hard. And they do that in this game too. You see that sequence that we keep watching? The cop gets infected, right? Guess what? You fight that guy in a cutscene. The entire intro where you play Grace, you do not shoot a single round. She loses her gun in the cutscene, and you don't even get to fire a shot. So you don't even get... You see the problem that was in 4 is extrapolated. So in 4, instead of giving you gameplay and teaching you stuff, they give you more cutscenes and cinematic moments and like walking segments. And here, since they're not working on the base of 4, they're working on their own original idea. The first 5 minutes, the first 10 minutes, it's like a walking segment. Then you just get light puzzle. The door is locked. Go get a key. That's just really lame. And then after that, when you finally do get an adversary, it's in a cutscene,
What does it
and
say?
then it cuts to Leon.
Blood. He said just go to the chainsaw part. That was retarded, but fun.
It was retarded indeed. Again, there's something that I really hate about the new RE games. I want to shoot.
Can I say something? One thing
Yeah.
that I hear a lot, and I think that's one of the problem, is that they don't let you do shit. Like,
Yeah.
like old game teach you shit, and then good luck, right? You better remember those shit because if you don't play the game and come back, you kind of fucked. Let's say the right way. You kind of fucked. And like I was playing the Evil Within on stream. I started playing and I did come back just because I was like kind of stuck. And one thing that I did that was really stupid was that the first time they showed me how to open the door, right?
Yeah.
And after that, I did click the button, but I wasn't close enough to the door to open it. So I died there. Like I died in front of the door, right? And I was sure that maybe it wasn't the right way. But the game is kind of guiding you for the right way without guiding you, without holding your hand. And what happened? Yeah, at some point, what happened? Yeah, at some point, I was I died a lot, and I was like kind of fed up. But like I stopped the game, but I did came back just because like I'm not a bitch and I'm not a pussy, right? So I came back and I finished the segment, right? And I went back to the door because it makes sense, right? And I opened the door and I felt so stupid not thinking about just moving closer and clicking the button, right? But the thing is, like, the game was our team. It was fun. It was gross as hell, but love it though. And I felt like satisfied to be using some part of the mechanic, even the part where they didn't teach you. I don't know how to explain it better than this.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get that. Like when you can light people on fire with one match. You don't get that here. But what
Exactly.
I was about to
Or,
say.
or like when you throw stuff to guide the enemy, but they didn't teach you that. You just have to learn it. Because
I think there was a tutorial, but I'm not sure.
there wasn't, because one thing is that you learn action button once, but after that they don't teach you how to throw shit.
Yeah, but here you don't get that. I actually here what I kind of hate is the lack also of consistency. When you play Leon the Chainsaw segment, it's really early in the game. It's just after that. What I really, really, really hated was the fact that, in classic RE4, you just shoot a guy and then you have a specific reaction.
Are you
But
talking
here-
about the part where there's a monster with a chainsaw that cuts a woman and Leon is like,
Cool, bro.
cool, bro, and then he shoot the guy with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
saw
it's
it.
pretty much this. But my problem is that in original 4, right? You shoot a guy in the hand, he loses the weapon. You shoot him in the foot, he drops. Here, it's less worse than 4 remake, but there's a certain lack of consistency in what to expect when you tackle an enemy. So I had this really weird scenario where I killed the guy with the chainsaw. Good. Then I try to pick up the chainsaw, but it still spins on the ground, and then I get hurt. Then another enemy picks it up, and then I get into a chain where I kill the enemy, and then another one gets it, and then I get 3 enemies in a row steal the chainsaw from me, and then for some reason that final time it wasn't spinning on the ground, and I picked it up, and then another enemy got too close to me and fell into the chainsaw, and the thing got stuck inside the enemy, and The enemy fucking removed it and started using the chainsaw against me, and that was fucking annoying because it was so goddamn inconsistent. I just wish that you could just, but what you kind of do when you shoot an enemy in the leg, they're going to be staggered and stunned. Okay, that's good. But the part that I hated was that okay, they get staggered and everything, but like my dude, like can I get just consistent results with the rest of the stuff? Like why doesn't if this was for the chainsaw would just go on the ground and you would just take the fucking chainsaw and that's it. It's not like oh and now the chainsaw is spinning. It's way too fucking chaotic, and I wish there was more consistency, but that would be too gamey, right? We need to that's the
Hold
thing
you
I
by
hate
the
with
hand. Decide how the game
Yep.
is played.
There's the thing I hate with modern Resident
Sorry, you cut.
Evil.
You
It's like
cut.
I get it, you're trying to balance the
Sorry,
game, but
you
then your
cut.
balance kind of gets stupid. The game Modern Resident Evil is kind of stupid with its balance. Like in 2 remake, since you aim better, now the enemies are beefier, and you can't always get a headshot. Even if you aim at the head, and your chances vary depending on how well you shoot people, right? If you miss a lot, you get more headshots. Okay, whatever. But then you still apply the same mechanics in the other games. So I have almost no ammo, but you give me enemies that even when you shoot them in the head, I don't even think headshots are a thing in the game. Because when you shoot people in the head, you can see their brains exposed, but their brains don't blow out. It's really ridiculous how much damage you can do on someone and still like just not get the headshot. The percentage has to be really low, and it's really annoying. Like it's really 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 fucking annoying. It's just I just wish that we got back to stop trying to be realistic and have all those things. Just I want consistency. I want to aim up with the shotgun and their heads blow. I want to shoot them in the knee and they fall to the ground. I don't want to have this like it's also a mechanic that started in original 4. Depending on your performance, the difficulty will go up or down. But the issue is that they push that aspect too far, and then it becomes really it's really inconsistent at how you're going to progress. That's all I had to say for Resident Evil.
So it's a game that's worth it, but not at this price, and it's has
Oh
really
fuck no,
bad.
especially not at this price. Look, the only reason I bought it at this price was because I'm going to make a review,
What
and
the
I'm a Resident
fuck?
Evil fan, and I might get what?
No, it's just some part where there's a giant person stuck on the.
Oh yeah. She's just a monster that follows you in the beginning, and she's afraid of the light.
Okay.
That's also one of the enemies that follow you.
Yeah, sounds annoying.
Actually, it was, but turns out that it isn't as much because that guy, mini spoilers. Oh yeah, that guy is annoying.
The baby one?
They can be killed,
The ugly
so it's
baby
not
one?
that bad. Yeah, the both of them can be killed. Oh, you know what's annoying in that first monster? When Grace runs, she's like in the game Hunting Ground, where when she panics, she runs faster, but she also stumbles. So what happens is that the monster runs after you, but Grace panics and she falls to the ground more than once. It's really annoying, and that's when you realize that it's really scripted. And that's when I stopped being scared, because it was really fucking annoying. Because it's so inconsistent that you kind of you get so frustrated that you kind of start looking. You're too angry to be scared, and you start looking at this like logically, and you realize that okay, that first enemy is really scripted, and Grace is really fucking annoying. So I'm not afraid of the enemy anymore. I just want to get it done.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah. So for the price, if you're like a gamer, or if you're a fan of Resident Evil, I'd say wait for a drop, or go find it on a website. Like Mace Mord got it for what, 49. I wish I could have got it for less. Get it for don't get it for a full price after tax. Find a site like G2A or Green Man Gaming where you can get at least if you buy it new, at least a 20 to 30% discount.
That's worth it.
If you're a normie who has no taste and think everything that's new is good, oh yeah, you're going to have fun. This is going to be your game of the year, your game of the decade, 10 out of 10. But honestly, for the price, I'd say find it at a discount, or wait when you get actual discounts on Steam. By the way, she's evil. She works for the villain, so she deserves to die anyways.
Okay.
So, based.
Good to know.
But it is not a bad game. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It was going to be a Resident Evil game with full of flaws, because those games are made by, I'm gonna say kids, whatever, but kids that just don't have the same love of the game, the same knowledge or panache as the old developers. And they go more for mass market appeal than actually what do I want to do. Resident Evil 4 was a game made because the devs were tired of making the same stuff, and it's like, we have to do something different. And they worked a lot before getting that final version, and as you know, one of those versions became Devil May Cry. Yes. Here they just went, let's put Leon in the game, but not really. It's just like it's just fucking clickbait, and you barely play him. And let's have crafting, which is not new for Resident Evil. It's been here since 3, but let's go for fucking mass appeal. Like, let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's not try, to be to have a specific vision that we want to realize. You can tell they're not as good as developers. And a game like that, if you forget the production values, all the mistakes in this game are mistakes I would expect from devs that are from the B market or AA. If I had played a Suda51 game and there was like that amount of mistakes, I'd be like, oh yeah, whatever. But it's Suda, it's a B market game, and back in the days, it's like $50, whatever. But for a AAA game made by this big ass company, it's like that's a lot of mistakes. Like, I expected much more from this caliber, and it's just, you used to do better. I remember Pepperidge Farm remembers when Resident Evil was better than that.
But I'm not surprised, because they're all going for the cool aspect instead of going for the right aspect. I don't know how to say it better than this.
No, I get it. My problem with this game is that people will talk about it for longer than the usual slop. But, who talks about Resident Evil 7 or 8 outside of when you make a review about the new one? People still make fucking reviews about Resident Evil 1 Original, Remake 1, about 2 and 3. They make speed runs, they stream it. But nobody really shows, nobody goes back. Nobody fucking goes back to the fucking 7 or 8. Nobody cares about Ethan. Outside of the first couple of weeks, nobody makes memes out of him. And unfortunately, I think no one is going to remember Grace, which is sad, because I think she had potential. But they
all have.
They didn't.
They did. She's not memorable. She's bland as a character, and that's the problem.
She's not bland. She's kind of annoying.
Okay, her design is bland and she's annoying.
Yeah. She could have been much better. I think in an ideal world, you remove that first 45 minutes that's just cutscenes, okay?
You can make it more like a tutorial where you learn how to use the character.
Because I sometimes I like to think, okay, what if I had the developers redo their game, but without having to pull a lot of budget into it? You know, you could reuse the exact same parts, but just put a zombie in here as a tutorial, whatever. Just add a zombie. That's not difficult. You know, you don't have to get rid of assets or make new assets.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thinking, if this game was just, you know, just Grace, and you went all in, but, you know, you focused on her, give her the appropriate amount. Oh, fuck, keep Leon. But, you know, give her a little bit more resources, more items, you know, more guns, more ammo, and then, you know, develop her more as a character and show her skills instead of kind of pussying out and then doing those two extremes where you have Leon doing spinning back kicks and you have Grace where, oh, but we really needed to make it survival horror, but you made it so much survival horror that, bro, I don't even have ammo for my fucking gun. Like, you went too far in the other direction. And this game is being stretched in two directions, and it doesn't have confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay, perfect. It was fun. So, I'm not saying that we're gonna do more podcasts like this every week. This was more like an exception than the rule. Just because I'm not working. But yeah, it was fun. So, you don't know my new the new ending phrase. So,
What is it?
So don't forget, be righteous and stay passionate. Yeah. This
Okay, I'll take back my my old phrase then.
It's not yours, it's mine. Anyways, on that note,
But fuck you. I like the Abby
Don't
effect. It's
forget-
mine.
be righteous and stay passionate. Seriously, I have nothing else to do. Oh yeah, I have the thing about brown dust too, but fuck it, we don't need to. I'm gonna do a video about it anyways. So yeah, take care and yeah, see you next week or during the week. I'm gonna try to stream this week. So yeah,
I'm definitely streaming tomorrow.
yeah, he is. You can find him at Streaming After Dark on all the platforms. So on that note, I'm gone. Bye.
Guy, excuse me, would you mind taking a photo of us?
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody say cheese.
Oh, actually, I'm a vegan. Could you please have us say something else?
Okay, everybody say tofu.
Tofu is actually not as good for you as vegans think. Any CrossFitter will tell you that. It's bad for your testosterone levels.
Okay, I'm sorry. How about we all just smile?
Oh, if one more asshole asks me to smile.
Not really an arsehole. Taking a photo for you, so...
What's there to smile about anyway?
Okay, would you like me to just count backwards from 3?
Oh, would you like dyslexic people to just not exist?
My cousin has dyslexia, so offended.
Adopted. Don't even know who my cousins are, so more offended.
How about this? We all put a word we're comfortable with in our heads, and I'll get the shot.
No, it doesn't sound very inclusive, though, does it? I suppose you'd like us all to stand a few metres apart, would you, Stalin?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I don't see what religion has to do with this.
Well, I'm an atheist, so majorly triggered.
Is that a comment on the gun debate? Still trying to control people.
But it's not just the people. Has anyone thought about the animals?
Look, this is what we're going to do. Everybody throw up a peace sign, and I'll take a photo.
Wow. Cultural appropriation is alive and well.
Why don't you just ask us to say kung fu?
Guess what? New plan. Group selfie. Ready, set, go. Boom. And looks awesome. You're going to love it.
Wait.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, you took it with the front camera, you stupid cyclist.
Just spent 10,000 on my lunch. Just spent 10,000 on my dinner. How much would you spend on brunch?
$10.
Okay, see, you're a bum. You're a brokey. You got no money. I'm laughing at you because your life is funny. You work every day?
Yes.
That must be crummy. My life's a vacation. I'm on it with honeys. I'm on it with bands. I'm on it and vibing with people you wish you could have in your life, but you fail and you flop, so you'll never be like me. Your life's not exciting. You driving a Honda.
Reliable car.
For the sake of this argument makes you a loser, though. That's not my problem. Respect to the vehicle. Driver is corny and driver is you, and you not good for nothing.
Yeah, that was hurtful. That was